What's up, guys? It's Rios Finance. Today we're going to talk about a very important topic. What is an asset and what is a liability? No matter how much money you win in your lifetime, which is 20,000, 30,000, 100,000, 200,000, you really have to know the difference between what's an asset and what's a liability, because you could be $100,000 and you can still be broke, or you could be $40,000 and you can know the difference between an asset and liability, and you could be wealthy. Before we get started, please hit the like and subscribe button before we get started. Alright guys, I have a list of examples of what's an asset. We're gonna go one by one. I'm gonna try my best to explain it to you guys. Hopefully by the end of the video, you guys have a better knowledge of what's an asset and what's a liability. Alright guys, get started. The first one, an asset is if you have a lot of homes and you're using them for a rental home. This could be a really good asset for you guys. Let's pretend the payment for the house is $1,200 and you're renting this house for $2,000. That $800 is profit. That money is going into your pocket, so that's an asset, because an asset is something that brings in money into your pocket, and a liability is something that takes away money out of your pocket. So this rental home is one of the best assets you can have in your lifetime, because every year you guys could increase the rent to the people who are renting the house. So every year you can increase the rent because you're the one in charge. It's your home, so you can do whatever you want to do. So the second example I have for an asset, it's stock gains. This is one I'm building right now. I started building it when I was 19. So the stock gain could be an asset. Let's say you buy a stock for $10 and you sell it for $30. That $28 gain after you sell it will be an asset, because that's bringing in money into your pocket. You invested $10 and now you have $30. So that 20 is profit. So that's going inside your pocket. So it's considered an asset in that case. The third example I have is land. Let's say you guys have a bunch of acres of land. You guys rent it out to people who want to grow fruits, do varied things. They decide this is your land. Let's say you rent it out for $100,000, and it's only costing you $30,000 for whatever reason. So that $70,000 extra is money into your pockets. Is considered an asset once again. Again, an asset is something that brings in money into your pocket. All right, guys. The fourth example I have in here is a business. A business could be an asset or not a liability, depending how well the business is doing overall. It depends on your management, or the sales you guys are doing year to year. So a business could be an asset if it's bringing in a lot of profits into your pocket, and you guys just keep reinvesting it, or whatever the hell you guys want to do to it. But this could be an asset as well. The first one, rental home, and a business are probably the best assets you guys can have in your life. So I recommend you guys start looking into those. So these are an assets. Again, guys, I'm gonna go over the definition of an asset. An asset is something that brings in money into your pocket, and a liability is something that takes away money out of your pocket. So let's try to build as much assets as we can before we start getting into liabilities. We want to get wealthy in life and want to be financial free, we gotta have a lot of assets, and we gotta let our assets pay for our liabilities. So I have 4 liabilities examples we have here. The first one is probably one of the worst ones you guys could get into at a young age, which is a car payment. A car payment is one of the worst ones in my opinion, because the car is losing value every year for approximately 15%, like I mentioned in my previous videos. So a car payment is a liability because it's taking away money out of your pocket, plus the car is losing value. So this is probably one of the worst investments you guys could do if you guys do not have the assets to pay for your liabilities. The second one, I have clothing. There's a lot of people nowadays that follow a lot of famous people on Instagram, Twitter, or any social media outlets, that they buy their clothes off, like Supreme, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Prada. You guys can name it. Clothing could be a very expensive liability, because this is taking a lot of the money out of your pocket, and it's not really bringing in nothing into you guys besides the 5-minute fame you guys have or something like that. The third liability I have as an example up here is an apartment payment. This apartment payment, there's people in Orange County now that are paying approximately $3,500 a month, when you guys could use this money to start buying into a house that someday could be you guys, or you guys to use that house instead of to become an asset, to use as a rental home. So an apartment payment is probably a big liability people nowadays are starting to get into. They want to reach their luxury needs, something you guys really don't need in general. The fourth example I have as a liability here is a car insurance. This comes with the car payment. So a car insurance is probably one of the worst ones you guys could have as well, because a car insurance, if you guys get a brand new car, you need the high-end car insurance, which is very expensive if you're young too, if you're the under age of 25. So if you guys could avoid this liability, please can, because at a young age, we gotta start looking into the assets, because assets is what brings in money for us. A liability is something that takes away money out of your pocket. So I hope these examples give you guys a better knowledge of what's an asset or what's a liability. I went over on my Instagram page at reels_financial. So I'm gonna start putting in polls. Let's see what type of videos you guys want, and I'll try to explain it to you guys. This is a very important one because, like I mentioned before, no matter how much money you guys win a year, salary or non-salary, if you guys do not know the difference between an asset and liability, you guys could win up to $200,000. You guys could still be considered broke because you guys have more liabilities than assets. Remember, a $40,000 person, a $40,000 salary that knows the difference between an asset and liability could be more wealthier than the person who wins $200,000 a year. You just gotta know the difference, guys. Make sure your assets pay for your liabilities. Remember, guys, materialistic persons really don't do well in life. The people who care about the assets and stuff are the ones that do better in life, become wealthy, and they end up becoming financially free. So these were the difference in asset liabilities. My goal for this video was to make sure you guys get a better understanding of this. Hopefully you guys start looking into the assets part and stop worrying about the liabilities because it takes too much money out of your pocket. Once again, guys, please hit the like button and subscribe button. Please help me support the channel. Hit the like. Stay tuned for more videos, guys.